Hi, welcome back to Layden's Olive. Today I thought I'd show you guys, this is something I do on pretty much a daily basis. There's some days that I just don't have time to do this, but most days this is what I do. What I do is I supplement my pigs with different types of feed. Today I'm going to be using cooked potatoes. The reason you have the cooked potatoes is because if you feed them raw potatoes, there really isn't much nutrients in it whatsoever. So yeah, the main reason I cook potatoes is because when you cook a potato, it increases the protein and the carbohydrates and everything in a potato. That's why you cook them. Here on the island, here on PEI, potatoes is a pretty big crop around here. Back in the early 1900s and 1800s, and back then when they raised a lot of hogs on the island, that was their main source of feed for their pigs. They used to have big giant iron pots on farms that they would cook the potatoes up in the morning so that they could feed their pigs throughout the day. So yeah, now I still follow that, but I mean I use other things as well now. I don't just feed potatoes. The main reason I feed some potatoes is because it cuts down on the cost of feed that I have to buy for my pigs, because a 50-pound bag of potatoes here on the island right now at this time of year, I can get them for less than $10 a bag. I grow a few potatoes, but it's mostly just for us. I don't have enough space to go out and do 3 or 4 acres of potatoes. I'm not set up to do that. So I just buy them from local farmers. I do buy hog grower, and I've done many videos on zucchini. I grow a pile of zucchini. This year so far, I think I've taken out of my greenhouse, I say on average, about 10 to 15 zucchinis a day. That's pretty heavy. Now the plants are starting to slow down a little bit because they only produce so much fruit, right? And then they'll just stop producing. But today I'm actually going to be going down and putting a pile more seeds in some pots and getting them started so I can refresh the garden in the greenhouse. So yeah, so potatoes, diatomaceous earth. Now, diatomaceous earth is mostly silicate. It's like a sand. It can be ground up into like really fine powder, which is really good. It also has a few minerals in it. It also has some iron oxide, a very trace small amount in this. But I mostly use it for pest control, parasite control. Because what it does is it goes through your digestive system, and it kind of sticks to parasites, and then the parasites get flushed out, and it actually kills them. So you can also use it in your gardens. It works really well on like beetles or things that actually breed from, I'm not sure what they call it on an insect now, but they don't use lungs like we do. They don't breathe through their mouth, and what it does is it actually clogs their pores so that they can't absorb oxygen, and that's how diatomaceous earth works on bugs. But it only works if it's dry. Once it's wet, it doesn't do that anymore. So that's the other thing that I put in my grain. But now I only use diatomaceous earth maybe once every 2 weeks for my pigs. That's all I use it for. But now I use diatomaceous earth for every animal I have here. My dogs get it maybe once every 2 months in their dog food. My cats get it in their food. Now my cats get it a little bit more than my dogs because my cats are hunters. So yeah, that's diatomaceous earth. So it's a great thing to have on a homestead. I think every homesteader should be using it. Now I use my zucchinis, just regular yellow zucchinis, and I do some green ones as well. But I find if I'm feeding my hogs, I need something that grows a lot faster, and I find yellow zucchini grow much quicker than the green zucchini. Now this is hog grower that I buy from my local co-op. It's soybean, corn, there's some wheat, barley. It's all ground down. And they actually had the minerals to this feed for hogs. But because I feed my hogs, not just hog grower, because I think different. You can't just keep eating the same food all the time. It doesn't add variety. And I think it makes a difference in the flavor of the hog meat and the fat that they produce. And I think it keeps them more healthy because you're not restricting your diet to absorbing just one thing all the time. So yeah, and I also, this is og mineral. Now here on the island, because of the soil that we have here, there's a few minerals that doesn't exist in the soil here, which is, I cannot remember for the life of me what the mineral is that we don't have in the ground here that hogs need. So I just, when I'm doing these type of things, adding different things to their food, I always had just a little bit of extra mineral in it, just to help make sure they're getting all the minerals that they need. I think that's important. Just like as a human, right? If you're not taking or if you're not eating properly, then you have to start taking vitamins and minerals and things to keep yourself healthy. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys how I do this. So I'm just going to tilt it down and so you guys can watch what I'm doing. Now sometimes I'll actually do some fermenting of hog grower as well. I don't do a lot of that, but I do now. Every time I feed them hog grower, I always put water in their food because I think that works much better for hogs. Now the reason I'm adding my diatomaceous earth down here, like I didn't need as much as I brought out, is because I want the diatomaceous earth to go through the water for them. Because you don't want the dust from diatomaceous earth getting into your animal's lungs. Now this week, I've done this 5 times this week so far. A couple days I just fed them hog grower itself. Now my hogs are out in their paddocks too, so they actually get lots of grass, trees and roots, making a new paddock down in the back for my pigs today. I got it started. It's just adding more electric fence to an area down there. But the trees were all knocked down, so I'm just going to use it for my pigs now. The reason I'm putting the pigs on it is because there's a lot of brush that's growing up, and I need that stuff taken down so I can actually turn it into a good paddock for horses or even the pigs. So if we get some natural grasses growing up, right now it's a lot of brush and weeds and big stalks and stuff like that, which I want gone. And the pigs are great at that, and they are also great at leveling the ground. Now this stuff I feed to the weaners as well, which are the piglets, because they're off hog starter now. I don't keep them on that for too long, because if you think about it, if a pig was out in the wild, they would not be eating the same thing every day. So I always try to keep my animals as natural as possible, you know, as what we can. Can't just let our pigs run around everywhere. I don't think my neighbors or the farmers around me would be very happy. Pigs can be pretty destructive animals. Okay, wait, you guys. The piggies are all over there. The young ones are all fighting over one dish when there's 2 dishes full. Oh well, they'll figure it out. But yeah, that's pretty much what they'll get for today. Now boar, see, don't get as much as any of the rest of them. But he's a big boy as it is, and he's got acreage back there to go foraging in. So he gets enough to maintain his weight. But the last thing I want is a giant fat boar. So yeah, he gets fed every day. He doesn't get a huge amount, enough. You can tell he's very healthy. He's not lean and he's not fat. He's at a perfect weight for a boar. Penny's she's still a good size. She's still a little bit on the chunky side right now, but that's okay. She still has her wieners, and these guys are growing like crazy. The little ones, that was from Big Mama, the one that I had to, the one that we lost. They're doing good. They're doing really well now. I'm actually going to start feeding them a little bit more now. I wouldn't feed them too much when they were younger because I was afraid that their stomachs and intestines wasn't developed quite well enough to handle a huge amount of food all the time, constantly. But now it's been a couple of weeks, so now they're actually getting more food than anybody else in here. So they really like potatoes. The little ones do. Now they were on a starter, a hog starter, which has way more nutrition in it for them for the first 2 weeks after we lost Mama. And that really boosted their growth, and so now they're going on the same food as the rest of the hogs. So yeah, they're doing really well. I'm actually impressed in the size of them. They've almost caught these guys, which are exactly 1 month older than those. And these guys were with their mama forever. Yeah, I got a bunch of these are all going this next few days. I think there's 5 that are going to the new homes in the next few days. And I think the other ones that are staying, I'm keeping because I have a bunch of people who want pork this year. The little runt, I'm still not 100% sure what we're going to do with him. He's still not growing very well. I'm not sure how well you guys can see him there, but he's over there and he's just like half the size of the other ones. The biggest one over there is a female, and then the next one is the white boar. Boris is doing good. He's good and healthy. These guys are doing real well. I got one little escape artist there. He likes spending time over with his dad. He gets underneath there's like a hollow in the fence down there. I put a log across it just to keep him from going underneath. It didn't work. He just pushed the log out of the way. So today I got to go down. I got to run a few more posts down here in those hollow areas and pull the electric fence down and make it a little more tight. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe consider subscribing. Smash that like button. Stay healthy, stay safe, and thanks for watching.